Good morning, David Hinton. Day 22 of my 90-day personal Facebook Live video challenge. Today, I am going to talk about nitty gritty reasons. Reasons why you get on the path to self-development. And today, still with Jim Rohn, kind of skipped to the back of the book and a story that he relates about nitty-gritty reasons. So if you don't mind, I'm going to read to y'all, but this has struck me. I've read this a time or two, and it has just hit me right between the eyeballs more than once. So if I get this doggone thing to stay still, y'all hold on a second. Aha, there. Okay, so here we go. Nitty gritty reasons. Let's try that again. Wouldn't it be wonderful to be motivated to achievement by such a lofty goal as benevolence? I must confess, however, that in the early years of my struggle to succeed, my motivation was a lot more down to earth. My reason for succeeding was more basic. In fact, it fell into the category of what I would like to call nitty gritty reasons. A nitty-gritty reason is the kind that any one of us can have at any time on any day, and it can cause our lives to change. Let me tell you what happened to me. Shortly before I met Mr. Shoaff, and Mr. Shoaff was the person that put Jim Rohn on the road to personal development, I was lounging at home one day when I heard a knock at the door. It was a timid, hesitant knock. When I opened the door, I looked down to see a pair of big brown eyes staring up at me. There stood a frail little girl, about 10. She told me, with all the courage and determination her little heart could muster, that she was selling Girl Scout cookies. It was a masterful presentation. Several flavors, a special deal, and only $2 per box. Obviously, that was a while ago. How could anyone refuse? Finally, with a big smile and ever so politely, she asked me to buy. And I wanted to. Oh, how I wanted to. Except for one thing. I didn't have $2. Boy, was I embarrassed. Here I was, a father, had been to college, was gainfully employed, and yet I didn't have $2 to my name. And if you've ever heard Jim Rohn tell this story, the way he says $2, it just hits you right in the gut. He says $2. Naturally, I couldn't tell this to the little girl with the big brown eyes, so I did the next best thing. I lied to her. I said, thanks, but I've already bought Girl Scout cookies this year, and I still got plenty in the house. Now, that simply wasn't true, but it was the only thing I could think of to get me off the hook. And it did. The little girl said, that's okay, sir. Thank you very much. And with that, she turned around and went on her way. I stared after her for what seemed like a very long time. Finally, I closed the door behind me and, leaning my back to it, cried out, I don't want to live like this anymore. I've had it with being broke, and I've had it with lying. I'll never be embarrassed again by not having any money in my pocket. That was the day I promised myself to earn enough money to always have several $100s in my pocket at all times. That, my friends, is a nitty-gritty reason. Have you ever been there? I have. And it's not a fun place to be. And it's a dang good reason to get on the path of self-development and stay there long enough. Stay there long enough to allow the compound effect of day after day to allow the slight edge to work. So, have you ever had a nitty gritty reason? Sure you have. What'd you do about it? I got numerous nitty gritty reasons right now, right this very minute. And I'm going to stay on the path. So anyway, that's all I've got to say. Hey, Jewel. My daughter just jumped on, and I'm sure she's thoroughly embarrassed that I'm on here doing this. Anyway, go back and watch it. And if you want, I got the book at home. You can read it. Y'all have a great day.